Now, teachers are being taught wrestling techniques following a rise in classroom violence. Primary and secondary teachers will learn how to force aggressive students into submission and remove them from the classroom without harm. It follows reports that teachers are increasingly being bitten and hit by students while at work.
Let's get today's take on this with Shelly Horton from Shell Shock Media and Nine's Mike Dalton. Shell, to you first. Look, it's sad to say that this type of training is now necessary, isn't it?
It really is. I mean, my parents were both teachers and they never had this level of discipline required. But back in those days, they also used to give the ruler and, you know, there would be...
the cane.
The cane.
I got the cane.
It's sent up to the principal's
yeah,
office for that.
So again, I think I really struggle with this because this is not a teacher's responsibility. This is a parenting responsibility. These children should not be so aggressive and I'm really concerned that they're actually putting themselves in harm's way. I think it's brilliant that they're being taught this self-defence, but I'm sad that it has to happen.
What do you think, Dolts? I mean...
It's really quite depressing news. I mean, the figures, I think, from 2012, there's been an increase in assaults on teachers from... problem students, as they're called in the system, from 3% to 15%.
Oh, wow.
So that's a really substantial jump over a very short period of time.
Yeah.
It doesn't appear to be one reason either. I mean, there are a couple of rationales being touted at the moment. The requirement for students to stay at school legally until they're 17, where previously in the old year 10, fourth form, you had a lot of people who used to mosey off into apprenticeships, which don't really exist anymore because of globalisation, the decline of the manufacturing industry. A supposedly rigid curriculum, although I don't really know what that means. That was touted today as a rationale for it.
I think if anything, our curriculum is fluid. Well, I mean, that sounds like a strange reason to me.
But also, too, there was another argument there. There's a lack of support for children with a disability or a learning difficulty, which harks on those points that Senator Hanson was making in her ham-fisted way a number of weeks ago. And this is in New South Wales, which is a state that was bragging about a $2 billion budget deficit only a few weeks ago, in a state where people are paying $8,000 a year to travel on our road system. What about tossing some of the money into schools instead of standing up there and bragging about how well you're doing economically?
All right, let's move on. Maybe you're a teacher out there on school holidays. You could enlighten us on what you think about this topic. So we'd love to hear from you. Also making news, new research has revealed we're losing an entire generation of men to video games. 1 in 5 males have become addicted because, I mean, they're really good. Look at this. Look at this. That's like real life.
That's awesome.
This is unbelievable. I could be in Star Wars.
Can I get that game?
And you neglect your work, you neglect your relationships, but you complete the game. And that's the point, Dolts.
Look, I'm cocking a doubting brow about this.
Oh!
Look, it wouldn't have anything to do with the fact
that,
as we mentioned before, the decline of the traditional jobs in manufacturing due to globalisation, the rise of web-based commerce and the decline of jobs available on the high street, on the shop front, the decline in hours worked, the rise in permanent part-time employment.
That's why we're doing it.
I mean...
Dolts, can I just talk to my friend Shelly over here?
Yeah, please.
Is there anything less sexy than a man who is addicted to video games?
Seriously, have you ever played a game?
No.
I've never, ever played a video game.
Oh, you haven't lived.
I don't understand the appeal of it.
No.
I don't want to be with a guy who plays those games. They're for children. They're for children.
No, they're not.
Not
No,
sexy.
they're for children.
They're for children. No, listen to us.
They're for kids. You're being a kid.
They're for big boys.
Big boys.
And
Big
women
boy.
don't
I'm
want
a
to
big
be
boy.
with boys. We're not
I'm a big
interested in
boy.
boys.
They're awesome,
They're
aren't
called
David?
games.
Unbelievable.
They're games.
You get
Kids
stuck in
play
Halo.
games.
If you get stuck in Halo, it's unbelievable.
I
You're in a
don't,
different world. And
I don't even know what Halo is.
No.
Come on, seriously, you can't be blaming the Xbox about this.
You cannot say
You can.
that it's a boy-girl
Does it
thing.
not disturb you?
there are girls that
we're
are gamers,
saying to
guys.
you,
There are
Dolts,
girls.
This is
Very
not
few.
sexy.
No, not very
listen to
few.
me.
Very
Does
few.
it
Very
not
few.
bother you that we're saying it's not sexy?
No,
Does
doesn't
that-
matter. I don't care.
It may not be sexy, and I can understand your argument about that.
You put a ring on it and then get the Xbox out.
There are girls who are gamers. Girls are gamers.
That's not what we're talking about. We're
But the
talking
argument
about
here
men.
is that suddenly
We're
there's a
about
whole-
losing a generation of men down the rabbit hole into that weird space that you go into.
Sonia, remember we started this conversation with a doubting brow?
Yes. Yeah, I call
I
bull dust
very
on
much
this.
doubt the Xbox is responsible for the decline in males
No.
being integrated in society.
Really?
Yeah. I think this is a bit of a beat-up.
Maybe I should listen to you two. I don't know.
No,
Maybe.
David, don't.
Maybe.
Go with the game.
What a
name,
great
mate.
idea.
Yeah.
That's
You
the
think?
smartest thing you've said today.
Maybe I'll say more smart things when we come back. I doubt it, though. When we come back, Shelly and Dolts are going to stay with us. How do you refer to someone over 60 that isn't yet elderly? We're going to tell you the new term for older Aussies who are still young at heart and potentially gamers.
Okay, what do you call someone who is over 65 but still healthy enough to have a job and do housework?
I don't know.
Well, they're definitely not elderly.
No.
That doesn't work.
Seniors?
But they are past middle age. No,
Right.
seniors kind of
That's
conjures
even
up-
older, okay.
What about Nyppies?
Ooh.
So this
What
is
about Nyppies? Let's talk about Nyppies.
Okay, we'll go
a
with
word
Nyppies.
that stands for not yet past it.
Shelley Horton and Mike Dalton all have Nyppies, I'm sure.
Oh!
Dolts?
It's not that cold.
I don't know about this term.
I don't like it.
I don't like
Why?
it. It feels weird saying it.
We love an acronym,
Nyppies.
though, do
We
we
do.
not? And we've never lived longer.
Yeah.
In the scale of humanity, in the trajectory of civilization, we have never lived longer. Before the 1800s, the average age, the average life expectancy, I should say, was
Winning
around
longer,
40.
that's good. How about
Yes.
Winleys?
Yeah, better than
Then 60
Nyppies.
was elderly, but now it's like, to me, 80 plus is elderly.
Yep.
Yeah.
And anything prior to that is a nippy.
And the expectation is that we're going to continue
nippies are getting
working
bigger.
until we are in our 70s and 80s
I
as
just
well,
like the
too. That's
nippies.
what the government
The
wants.
Nyppies make me feel like it's cold outside.
Yeah, this is
Yes, we
Nyppies.
do.
No one
Nyppies.
wants
You
to
know
be
what I like
associated
about
with
it?
Nyppies.
No, but it makes you sound perky. But
You're
better
erect.
than- It's
Upright.
way better than being called a senior,
Nippy.
being called elderly.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. Well, yeah, it does.
I
It does
agree.
have a zip
Everybody
to it.
I know in that
Please,
category
no.
too are
Like,
really.
can we just stop? We're not going to use Nyppies. It's not going to happen.
are
Don't
we
make it
gonna
a
do?
thing. I don't care what we do, but
I said
Nyppies,
that about
no.
NIMBYs too. and
Exactly.
look what happened.
No. I just think
Dinks.
call them lucky, awesome, blessed. Like this is like the time of life I
Living with
can't
age.
wait for. Like it's going to be
Living
the
with
best.
age.
I don't
Living
know
with
what I
age.
want to
I
be
reckon
called.
our viewers would have
Rocket
a
it.
far better idea.
Can you
of
come up
what
with a
to
better
call it.
acronym
Yeah,
than
please.
what is it?
Nyppies.
Yeah, send us
Send it to us.
Facebook us.
Go on over there.
Twitter us.
Get off your game and Twitter us.
Tell us what you would like to be, how you would like to be referred.
I don't know if I'd like to be referred as a nippy when I'm older.
Oh, I wouldn't mind.
About-
Yeah, I would
Jeez,
prefer
if
If
that.
you hit that stage, I'll cop it.
Because once you get to
Really?
that
Bet
age,
you
the
will.
kids are out of home, you're not having to work
Free.
anymore, you're travelling. That's free.
Born again, that kind of thing.
Born
You
again.
know,
But isn't
Born
it-
again's almost as
Second
bad as
life
Nyppies.
thing.
it's sort of.
But this is the triumph of science. I mean, you know, the
life.
blokes who
Yeah.
invented
Second life
penicillin
thing.
to allow us to live longer, the chaps who are warning us about that thing called climate change.
Yeah.
You know, the triumph
Yeah.
of science.
So we're just going to tweak the word nippies.
Wasn't that Second Life thing? Wasn't that a video game?
Oh, we're
Yes,
back
it
on video
was.
games. See, things about video
Sonia,
games.
you know your
is
video
that-
game
It's like-
titles.
We're going to go.
Out.
We're going to go. Let us know. Go on to social media. We've had some fun this morning. Dolts and Shelley are out. Are here. Bye. Bye, Felicia.
Coming up, why more Australians than ever are being diagnosed with diabetes.